Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. I got the Notice of Trustee Sale report, and I thought I'd have a little fun and go back and see when exactly these NODs were filed, because as you're probably aware, there's been all this huff about the NODs, the Notice of Trustee Sales, and NODs have stopped, and the Notice of Trustee Sales are about to follow because, you know, it's a 120-day window. So I've said all along that there's so many NODs that have been out there for a long time that we still have to get through, that this, you know, the fact that since October we've had very few NODs filed is not that big of a deal. So what I did was I pulled the last Notice of Trustee Sale report, which is 106 pages, which meant there were 212 properties on it. And I pulled the first 5 or 6 pages here, and I went in to the recorders, and I went back and looked at when these things actually got filed, like when the NOD got filed, to kind of give us an idea of what's the lag time, like from when if they stop filing NODs totally, when would we start running out of properties. So I just went through here. These are all properties that the Notice of Trustee Sales were just filed recently, meaning in the last few weeks. So all these Notice of Trustee Sale dates are early March of 2012. So that means there's more inventory coming, right? There's hundreds still coming. So this thought we would run out of properties isn't happening, and you're going to see why, okay? Because remember, we weren't supposed to have properties now. We were supposed to be totally out because we're coming in the spring. Here's one on a Bighorn Creek Street. This NOD was filed in April of 2010. It's taken 2 years to get through the process. Here's another one, September of 2011, so that's a closer one, right? Here's one on L Avenue in Boulder City. This was filed in September of 2011, so relatively short. Here's one on Silver Star Street in Henderson. Notice of Trustee Sale is going to be the 2nd of March. But the NOD was filed in July of 2010, so it's taken almost 2 years to make it to the trustee sale. Here's another one on Benevolo Drive in Henderson. The NOD was filed in July of 2011, so it's taken, you know, 8 months or so. Here's one on Via Latina Street, also in Henderson. It's going to the trustee sale the 5th of March. The NOD was filed September of 2009, so it's taken 2.5 years from the time the NOD was filed until it hit the street. Here's another one on Doe Run Circle. It's going to actually, the end of this month is when the trustee sale date is, and this was filed in September of this year, so that's more like what we're used to seeing, the closer ones. The very next one down, Evening Canyon Avenue. It's going to trustee sale on the 8th of March. NOD was filed in July of last year, July of 2011. Here's another one on Paprika Way, Paprika. NOD was filed January 27th, 2010. It's taken over 2 years from the time the NOD was filed. And then the very last one I've got was filed. NOD is coming, or the Notice of Trustee Sale is happening the 6th of March, December of 2010. So it's taken a year and 3 or 4 months. So this thought that NODs would stop, trustee sales would stop, we'd be out of properties in the spring, totally not going to happen. I predicted it. I said it wasn't going to happen. I never said that AB 284 wasn't different, wasn't going to affect the market. It's just not going to affect it in the spring. We're in the spring. It's getting ready to happen. We're not running out of properties. The fact that there were 200 and something Notice of Trustee Sales filed, and that the NODs on those are taking up to 2 years, means we still have plenty of time to get through all those NODs. You know, it'll be interesting to see what happens in 6 months or a year, maybe. You know, in a year there may be some issues, but the short term, we're not running out of properties. Inventory is down a little. I agree with that, and this will have some effect. It'll probably choke off some of the properties, but the fact that we would run out, certainly not going to happen. Anyway, I thought I would share those numbers with you. If you want to prove my numbers, go on. It's all public information. Look at when the trustee sale is being done, and look at when the NODs were filed. You can go on the Clark County Recorder's Office and find all the information. So I just thought I'd share that with you. You can call it my AB 284 update 5 months later, basically. So that is my update, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.